Hi, I'm Jenny from the Camping Nerd, and today I'm going to be showing you guys the HeyBike Horizon. It is a folding, full suspension e-bike, and it's really great for travelers, people who don't have a lot of storage space for bikes, and stuff like that. It's pretty cool, and I'm excited to review it for you guys, so let's get into it. I'm just going to go over a few of the main features real quick before I get out on the road. First thing that's kind of cool about the HeyBike Horizon is it's a limited edition e-bike. They're only going to make 500 of them. It's very similar to their Ranger S. So if you don't want the limited edition, the Ranger S is a good similar option. We'll look at this back tire first. This is where the motor is located. It's a 1200 watt motor with 80 pounds of torque. It's just good motor. It really can move this bike very well. I've gone up quite a few hills with it now and haven't lost hardly any speed at all. Hydraulic brakes in the front and the back. Then it's a 7-speed with Shimano gears. Works really well. I haven't had to adjust it at all yet. The full suspension system is kind of cool. It uses a shock in here to move the whole back tire. So the whole thing is independent and can move on its own, which has actually made a huge difference with bumps in the road. Then you got your front shocks, nice headlight here. These are actually blinkers. Then we got the tail light in the back, which I'll show more of these lights when it's dark. Also has blinkers. Fenders. It comes standard with this rack, but you can also buy a metal front rack to put on here. These are all the cables that go down into the bike. You got your battery. Here's the keyhole that you'll use to take off the battery. You can also just charge it with the battery on. It's got a nice bike seat that you can tilt forward or backwards, which is pretty cool. These handlebars will fold down, I'll show you later, but one kind of cool thing that I haven't seen on a lot of e-bikes is that these handlebars can adjust up or down. So can make for a more customized and comfortable riding position. I know that I've struggled with that with some of the e-bikes that I've reviewed in the past. So that's a pretty cool feature actually. Just taking a quick look at the screen and handlebars real quick. Got your lights here, blinkers, power on the screen and the bike with that button. There's even a little horn, which is actually, it's pretty loud. You can turn on a backlight on the screen right here, which is really nice. You got your shifter. This is an auto light feature that I haven't quite figured out yet. I think it's supposed to make it so the headlights can turn on automatically when you turn on the bike, but not quite sure. Throttle. And then, yeah, your buttons here to control different things on the screen. Can change some information odometer-wise. Even see the max miles per hour and your averages. You got your battery percentage, the voltage, which is nice. These battery percentages can be kind of hard to read sometimes. You'll be going up a hill and it might say like that you're almost empty, but then when you start coasting, it'll go back up to like half or something. So the voltage is kind of nice because then you can gauge a little bit better what the charge of the bike is. It has a 55-mile range, which so far seems pretty accurate. These e-bikes usually are pretty good about that. My favorite feature is definitely the folding part of this because this is a huge e-bike for being a folding e-bike. Usually fat tire, long range e-bikes don't fold, and this one does. So I'm going to show you real quick how easy it is to fold it. And I'll show you a few things that I've learned about it as I've been testing it and using it. These pedals fold in, which is really nice actually. Turn off the e-bike. So yeah, you just unclamp it and then you can fold it together. The pedal out of the way. This is a heavy bike and I'm not a very big person, but I can still manage it at least. There, hold that down. when you're ready to take it out of the back of your car or truck, or even your garage. Pretty quick to set back up, especially once you get the hang of it. Just folds together like this. Put the clamp in place. Pop out your pedals. Oops, it caught me. You're good to go. Got the pedal assist 1 set pretty low, like I think 5 miles an hour. I'm starting out on a hill, of course, so it's not going to show that very well. Started out on a hill, so it went fast. Now it's slowing me down to pedal assist 1. I mean, all you gotta do is pedal and then keep increasing the pedal assist. And it will just keep going faster and faster. It will just go the speed that you set it to. It doesn't have some of the fancier pedal sensitivity things that other bikes have. But that's pretty standard with this kind of e-bike. I've got 4 set to 22 miles per hour, I think. And I'm just not even pedaling really, I'm just moving my legs. If I wanted to, I could just have the throttle on right now, but it's on the other side where my hand isn't, so not gonna work right now. There is a really big hill up ahead, for a bicycle at least. So I'm going to set it to pedal assist 5, which is at max speed, and we'll see how quickly it can take me up this hill. It just takes off right away. I'm not really pedaling right now, just keeping it going. Oh, now I got an even bigger hill that we're gonna go down. But it does a good job. It handles these pretty well. I'm going to see how well this bike can handle this hill just using the throttle. And the hill's starting right now, so it should be a little bit of a challenge for it. Not too bad, but still getting speed. It's getting a little steep now, though. Not pedaling at all. Oh man, she's losing power. I think it'll make it though. 13, 14 miles per hour. Yeah, not too bad. So far I like how this bike rides. It's pretty good. It's got a lot of torque, so you can get up to speed really quick. I'm only on pedal assist 3 right now, which you can actually control the different speeds you want the pedal assist to be at in the app, which is really nice because I can customize it exactly how I want it. So far I've ridden the HeyBike Horizon 75 miles over a lot of different kinds of roads and terrain. I've taken on some dirt roads, some trails, paved bike roads, lots of hills, tons of hills. There's a lot of hills out here. And it's performed really well. I think the max speed seems to be around 26 miles per hour when you're, doing regular riding, but that's still like pretty fast. And I mean, the controls are good. The motor's just as good as any other e-bike that I've tested. What else? The ranges so far seem pretty accurate. The only thing I would say about this e-bike so far that I've noticed is that the pedal assist sensitivity is kind of off a little bit. Sometimes when you're going like around 20 miles per hour, and if I stop pedaling or let go of the throttle and then start pedaling again, it'll take about 5 seconds for the motor to kick in, which, I mean, that's both a good and a bad thing. When I'm taking corners sharp, it's kind of nice, but it can also be a bit of an issue when you're trying to go fast quickly. One more thing to note about the pedal sensitivity issue that I don't really love is that it doesn't happen when you're just going from a complete stop or slowly. It seems to get worse the faster you go. So if you're like, going 5 miles per hour, it'll start working again, no problem. And, from stop. And that's the most important thing, that it'll go when you've stopped at like a stop sign or something, and you can just take off again. But yeah, anyways,